me to take part in that self-perception or to take part in this kind of charade, this theatrical production. You don't get your own pronouns, just like you don't get your own prepositions or your own adjectives. You know, it's like if I were to tell you, my adjectives are handsome and brilliant, and no matter whenever you're talking about me, you have to describe me as handsome and brilliant because that's how I identify.
So you think it's a delusion?
Well, this is one of the problems with this left-wing gender ideology is that no one can even tell you what these words mean. Like, what is a woman? Well, can you tell me what a woman is?
No, I can't.
Womanhood is something that is an umbrella term. It includes people who
Describes what?
people who identify as a woman.
What is that?
What's to each their own. Each woman, each man, each person is going to have a different relation with their own gender identity and define it differently. You want to reduce women, you want to reduce men down to maybe just their genetics or genitals or chromosomes, right? That's what you're saying.
What you want to do is what you want to do is appropriate women. You want to appropriate womanhood.
Okay.
And turn it into basically a costume that could be worn.
Joining us on stage is Dr. Susie Denbo, Associate Professor at Kent State University. Dr. Denbo, how do you feel those who oppose using pronouns are taking the wrong approach in this conversation?
There's the extreme approach that you are admittedly taking, and then there's also just ordinary people that might not be comfortable with the language change.
She began by saying that my view is extreme. Okay, so the view that every single person on Earth has held up until 15 seconds ago is extreme. They are conflating gender and sex because on one hand they say, well, you got your biological sex, but then your gender is whatever social construct. But then they turn around and say that trans women are
Timo
women.
is having a 90% off sale. I just bought a smartphone for only $4.04.
What? $4.04? You're joking.
It's real, see?
How did you do it?
I just downloaded Timo to get access to the 90% sale on all categories, such as home, electronics, clothing, shoes, and more.
This is too crazy. I want to shop too. How long does the discount last?
The 90% off promotion is coming to an end. Click the link to download Timo and shop now.
I wanted us to have a safe place to be able to talk about this. And it seems like we should just keep the dialogue going and hopefully find some middle ground.
I don't want to wait for long.
I want to save the girl. Get down there first. Oh no, lava
People
there.
from Florida.
Water first. Oh, the lava's frozen. Oh yeah. The girl is saved. Ah, stupid orc. Try again. Freeze the lava first. There you go, orc. Slide the key. Here comes the treasure. Oh no, I failed again. Download and solve the puzzles now.
Seems like we should just keep the dialogue going and hopefully find some middle ground.
There's no middle ground.
Yes, they all
This is
they all
insanity.
felt
This is
the
devil work.
They all felt attacked. The other members on the panel complained they were emotionally damaged by the conversation.
Oh, get the.
In response, CBS and Hulu removed the episode from their platforms.
Wow.
Soft.
Sorry, all these companies, all these.
Bitches. math. They just, it's about the dollar though. About the dollar. Despite death threats, Scott continues to warn the public about the dangers of transitioning children. Death threats, for real?
What do you say to parents?
Crazy.
A parent comes to you and says, my 8-year-old
This is how I got
son
$500
is
a
telling
month
me
in
he's a
health
girl.
credits.
You're great.
Thanks to the new
You're going to have them do an
2023
experimental
program,
procedure
I can now
that
go
creates
to my
the most
doctor and
suicidal
get my
ideation of any other
prescriptions all for
population
free.
7 to 10 years
It was
after,
so easy to qualify,
transition.
too.
And here's what I tell
Americans
parents.
making less than
You
$50,000 a year
don't
and not on
have
Medicaid are
the
eligible.
right
Just answer a few
to medically
questions to see if
transition
you
your child.
qualify.
We have
Click below to get yours.
research on long-term hormone use. We will be seeing the first generation of long-term hormone use. And we already know, at least with 10 years of hormones, you're giving yourself cancer.
What's your message to parents who are trying to cope with this?
The first thing is to tell parents that they're not alone. It is our responsibility as a parent to be the frontline defense for our children. And I know with my child, a lot of people will say, was it worth it? Because you now seemingly have lost your child. And I'll say, yeah, but at least I've saved my conscience and my morals and my convictions.
Yes.
And when my child turns 25 and says, Dad, where were you? I'll say, I was there. I was fighting as hard as I could. I was not prepared to let this happen.
What? Oh, this makes me want to cry.
Does this really matter is another question. So,
matters for those who are getting double mastectomies when they're 16.
then why should we care if we live in a society where gender is
Well,
fluid?
I cared because my government decided that I had to call people by the terms that they designated, or I'd be subject to legal penalties. It's like, no, I'm not doing that.
He's so passionate, man.
I don't care what your reason is. You don't get control of my tongue.
Fact.
We live in a climate now in which no one seems to care about the safety of women and girls who are going through a very developmentally challenging time in their lives. They may not want to share spaces with their male peers. I would not be surprised in a few years, there will no longer be women's sports. It will literally be men's sports and transgender sports.
The question being asked by the trans person is a legitimate one. How can I be happy? The answer being given by having my body transformed to look like the other gender, by having myself pumped full of hormones, clearly isn't working. And we have to find a better and a more humane way of dealing with individuals who are struggling with gender dysphoria.
I have the utmost compassion for people who suffer from gender dysphoria. It's a nightmare for them and their families. The vast majority, up to 90% of kids, if they go through a normal puberty, they're going to be okay. They will be at peace with their bodies, and they will have avoided dangerous and experimental medical interventions and surgeries.
Maybe we're up against a battle here, up against a hill that perhaps, we're not going to necessarily win today, but if we don't pave the way for a win, we'll never get there.
We're going on this journey. Boys can be girls, girls can be boys, men can be women, women can be men. It makes me wonder, what is a woman?
What is a woman? A woman is someone who claims that as their identity. It could be many things to many people.
I think the question really brings up the fact that it is pretty relative, right? That if you ask
BS.
women across race, across identities, across class, across culture, you will get a different answer.
Some of it is, based on biology. Some of it is based on hormones. Some of it is based on what you
Changing the
wear
definitions
and
of
how you
everything.
present yourself.
A woman is not anything in particular. There's no one particular thing.
There is not one particular thing. A woman is someone who says that she is a woman and transitions to be a woman.
Who says that she's what? Can you define the word woman without using the word woman?
It's actually kind of like, it's a
Just
curious
a
question.
It's
but
a curious
human
question
being.
because you can't answer it.
Female. I say no.
We've been journeying across the country asking
Male.
this question.
No, it's
Almost
a
nobody can
human
answer it.
being female. That's
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
Marry one and find out.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I bet you can relate. I bet you can relate.
Bruh, that's tough. That was hard.
Right. There ain't you could put on the costume, but if you live with one,
that's hard. That's hard.
You know, you see all the little nuances that make women women, right?
Man, JP's the fucking goat. That was tough. It's different.
Right.
It's different.
It's very different.
Different, man.
We are different.
I'm going to ask you something.
CJ Conte.
What is a woman?
An adult human female who needs help opening this.
Good definition.
Good enough for me.
They would say his wife is ugly. They just don't hate her.
Jesus. Absolutely violated this guy.
Not Walsh, you are the one. Please keep.
The most top guys, the most speaking coach facts on the whole history, who almost got clowned. He said, "What is a woman? What is a woman?" You can ask me. Hey yo. I'm done. That's savage.
Fighting the good fight. And if we can help, let us know.
That was hard.
We will rally against this fucking
We've been
insanity.
rallying, goddamn.
I know, but I'm saying, like
if that don't get it, if that doesn't put the message out there, I don't know what the fuck. Well, you can't.
And those of you, the worst part is those of you that are sheep that just follow, that you support the big companies that silence people and take stuff down that speaks.
You look at it, boy. Look at it, my boy.
Joe, I told you I'm short on cash. I can't go partying with you guys.
Alex, I'm not leaving you alone tonight. Not after what Kathy did to you. You need to have some fun, and you're coming with us. And hey, don't worry about the cash. It's on me. See you at 8 tonight, okay?
Alex had been brutally dumped by his girlfriend Kathy because he was poor. He worked hard as a delivery guy, but couldn't afford the luxuries she desired. He had been feeling miserable, and his friend Joe desperately wanted to cheer him up. That evening, when Alex reached the club that Joe had invited him to, he noticed the long line at the entrance and knew that this was a crazy expensive place. As he spotted Joe and his other classmates, his heart sank. Joe was his friend, but the others would definitely treat him with hostility and disdain, as they always did.
Joe, what's Alex doing here?
I invited him here, Rose. Just be nice to him for once, okay?
I would, but only he had worn something half nice.
I know, right? Looks like he came here straight after making deliveries.
Fuck
Cut
him.
him some slack, girls. Alex, I am so happy you made it. Now, can you give me your ID?
ID? Why?
To enter the club, man.
Is there no other way?
Why can't you give your ID, Alex? Are you an illegal immigrant? Or worse, are you trying to hide some criminal record?
Rose, shut up. Alex, everyone needs to show their IDs, man. Come on, what's the problem?
I don't feel very well. You guys enjoy yourselves. I'll go home.
But Joe pulled out Alex's wallet from his pocket and handed his ID to the bouncer at the entrance. The bouncer had one look at Alex's ID and his expressions changed.
Whose ID is this? It's mine. Are you sure it's not a fake ID? Of course. It's my ID.
The bouncer looked even more confused and went to the corner to make a call.
Alex, we've been waiting here for half an hour to get an entry. And if we get thrown out because of you, I swear I'll kill you with my own hands.
The bouncer came back and addressed Alex directly.
Sir, please follow me. Are these your friends? Yes. Then all of you, please follow me.
The bouncer took them away from the line and led them towards an empty room.
Please wait here. The owner is on his way to talk to you.
Everyone was confused. What was happening?
I don't want to get into any trouble, Alex. Just tell me, what have you done?
Before Alex could answer, the owner entered the room.
Mr. Alex Ambrose, it's an honor to have you at my club. I've canceled all other reservations and arranged for a VIP lounge just for you and your friends.
What? Are you sure you have the right guy? Alex is just a delivery guy. Why would you invite him to the VIP lounge?
Miss, you are sorely mistaken. You really have no idea who you're talking about, right? In fact, Mr. Alex, I would like to apologize on behalf of my bouncer for making you wait in line for so long, and for not recognizing you. It's truly an honor to serve you and your friends. All the food and drinks are on the house, and if you need anything at all, I'm at your service.
Everyone looked on in shock and awe as the owner spoke to Alex. Who was Alex? Why was he being treated with so much respect if he was a poor delivery guy? Did he secretly belong to a rich and influential family? If so, why was he hiding it? To find out, listen to the blockbuster audio series Insta Millionaire, only on the Pocket FM app. Download now.
The most difficult countries you can play in Supremacy 1914. When you start a new match in